Okay, we're going to demonstrate a wash-up. The wash-up check sheets are on the cabinet with a magnet. We're going to follow this 21-step religiously here. Okay, we're going to, number one, lower the delivery table dolly to clear the jogger, remove and store reusable make-ready sheets, recycle all damaged sheets. So, we're going to lower the delivery table. All of this can be stored in the cabinet. I'll put them over here temporarily. Notice that we got a very good jog here. So that's step one. Lower the feeder table and store good blank white sheets and clean make-ready sheets in their proper locations. Lower the feeder table. There's only a couple of sheets here, maybe 5 at the most. We'll put those on the make-ready 8.5 clean side up, neatly jogged. So everything over here should be clean top side up, 8.5 by 11, neatly jogged. That is all waste. By the way, let's say we started at 12:20 here. Remove the plastic quart fountain solution bottle and store in the yellow cabinet. So here's our clean fountain solution. We do not drain the old fountain solution into the new bottle because this fountain solution is contaminated. So this will be stored into the yellow cabinet later. Drain used fountain solution to the plastic cup and dispose down the sink drain. Remove and clean the fountain solution pan, store on the bottom shelf of the cart with the 2 nuts inside the pan. So over in the hand washing sink are these empty quart plastic bottles. We take the hose out and we drain the fountain solution into there. We can see the old fountain solution draining into the bottle. You can remove these 2 nuts. Now remember, it's easier to get this tray pan out if the gap of the plate cylinder is straight up like that. Now you can drain the rest of this into the bottle. This will be poured down the sink. This will be cleaned soon. Clean the ink can, the lid, the outer and inner rims, and store in a proper cabinet, shelf, and row. So you're not going to use a clean rag to clean dirty surfaces. We're going to come over to the fire can and pull out a dirty rag and use a dirty rag to do dirty jobs. Here's my solvent bottle. Okay, at this point in time, I know I'm going to get dirty, so let's put on the plastic gloves. Dirty rag. As long as we're here, we might as well clean our water pan roller. Excuse me, our water pan, water tray. It's not a roller. Get inside here. Get that hose. Okay, that's clean. Put the nuts in here. That can go down here. Now we're ready to clean the can. Now some of these steps can be done simultaneously. You don't have to do them in step or series. You can do them simultaneously. So if you have a 2 or 3 person team, people can be doing this. Now when people take ink cans out of the cabinets and they try to open the lids and they can't get the lids off, it's because someone has left wet ink on here that dries. So in theory, you should be able to just take this lid on and off and have no problems. This cabinet here is for process color inks. Yellow here, magenta there, cyan there, black here. Step 6, remove all used ink from the fountain with the ink knife, wipe on the paper, fold the paper, and dispose in the trash. So, we're trying to, now, see how clean this blade is? That's the way it should be. You see how very little ink is in here? That's the way it should be. So, you're going to get all this ink out. You're going to turn the ball roller sweep to drive that ink down in there. Okay, that's about the best I can do. Now we can drop the ink blade away from the ball roller. That gives us better access to the blade. And if I turn the fountain ball roller, you might see a bead of ink from where the blade is, right here. We can scrape that off. Now some people will take the extra care to do this. Alright, especially if your ink keys are open wide, you will be removing a lot of ink here. So I guess what I'm saying is the more ink you can remove with the knife, the less you have to remove with the rag. Okay. We never throw a piece of paper into the garbage with the ink showing. We always want to fold it up. That way if I push down with my hands or step this down with my feet, I don't get ink all over the place. Step 7, open and drop the ink fountain and clean the blade and cheek corners. Use a dirty rag. Again, you don't use a clean rag to do a dirty job. You use a dirty rag to do a dirty job. So we're cleaning the ink fountain blade. Make sure you get into these corners. These corners are called the cheeks. We're going to clean the ink ball roller. Now these rollers are black in color, so when you have black ink on a black roller, it's sometimes hard to see if it's clean. I'm going to open up my rag to a cleaner surface, squirt some more solvent on it. Make sure you get the outer ends of that ball roller. Okay, that's probably clean enough for now. We can always come back and clean it up better a little later. 8, clean the ink knife. Again, use a dirty rag and store it in the toolbox drawer. So we're done with the ink knife. We'll clean this up. Now don't forget about the edges. And if for some reason your hands or your gloves were dirty, you would now clean the handle of the blade. Okay, that's done. That'll be stored later. So 9 is done. Nine was wash and clean the ink fountain ball roller and both outer cheek side edges. Set the ink sweep off to clean. We want this to be off. Step 10, we're going to attach the wash-up tray blade and lock it in with the 2 outer tabs. Check for proper fit so you don't leak. Insert the plastic delivery splash guard. So, here's my splash guard. You could put it in this way, but these knockouts, grooves right here, will let it go farther back if you do this. So that's what we want. Here's the wash-up tray with the wash-up blade. These 2 hooks here have to go on these pins here.